Mo, let's kick it off with Dolphins and Commanders. But before we do so, if you're planning on betting any NFL Week 13 action, remember, first-time users can use BetMGM first-time sportsbook promo code, The Lines, on your first bet to get up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if your first bet loses. That's promo code The Lines, one word. Remember that bonus bets are not equivalent to real money. And as always, terms and conditions apply. Dolphins up from a 6.5-point favorite on the look-ahead line to minus 9.5 at Washington. And this Commanders defense allowing the fourth highest EPA expected points added per play since trading Chase Young and Montez Sweat. I mean, this is an abysmal secondary on top of the fact that they're not generating any sort of a pass rush. Top 10 in pressure rate when they had Sweat and Young, now below league average. So that tells you all you need to know, at least in that category. But Mo, you're looking to at least buy low here on Washington, if not sell high on the Dolphins, right?
Yeah, I like Washington. Like you said, it is a field goal up from the look ahead, which is strange to me when the week 12 results with these teams shouldn't have been all that surprising. I mean, the Dolphins were huge favorites, right? And they're facing a Jets team that is just the bottom of the barrel when it comes to NFL offense at this point. Whatever, they get basically a free win there. And then, yeah, I liked Commanders a bit. I parlayed them with the over last week on a small bet because I thought there was going to be a lot of points in that game. Unfortunately, only half of that came home. But, yeah, I mean, that was always within the range of outcomes, right? Like, just getting crushed by the Cowboys in Dallas is not really that unusual. So I'm not understanding why this moved a field goal, particularly when you look at the way Miami's offense has been playing, and Tua's kind of been stinking it up. I mean, he has not had a very good game in quite some time. Then you got Tyreek Hill banged up. I know he has missed practice at these times before and then just played. I'm not really worried about that. I just think, like, if he's not 100% against a Washington secondary that is atrocious and very, very beatable, like you said, not having your receivers at their best when the quarterback needs all the help he can get. We know Tua is a limited player. And even a player on the other side of the ball, that's pretty important. Javon Holland, a very, very strong safety, missed practice as well. I just think overall, man, Miami's just been getting by on an absolutely pathetic schedule. The Raiders, the Jets, the Patriots. I mean, these are bad teams, and the kind of bad teams that just like offer no threat because they can't move the ball. Washington's a bad team that can move the ball, so they can actually score and force Miami to score a few points. I know people are throwing out all these stats. I've been seeing, oh, Miami, look at their defense since week 5. Whatever, they're top 5 in EPA or whatever. Maybe I can't remember what I saw. Look at these offenses they're playing. They are feasting on the most pathetic group of offenses. I mean, literally, it might be like they've played like 6 of the bottom 8 offenses or something in that time. Okay. I mean, Washington is not great, but they're not that. So, Carolina, New England. I mean, it just doesn't get any worse than this. So I'm not too worried about Washington's offense. I think they can score enough points to cover a number like this.
Next thing you know, Dolphins fans or bettors that have been back in Miami this season throughout the year are going to be coming after you, man. You don't want Eagles and Dolphins fans on your ass.
I mean, everyone hates the Chiefs now, so it's not any different than anything else, Automatically, if you know this very well, you're one of the premier Chiefs haters out there, so they'll just join you in complaining on Twitter every week when the Chiefs keep winning.
Well, I thought you were going to be against Kansas City. That's what it seemed like the first episode of Beat the Closing Number this week. And I thought I was going to be staying away from the game, but it seems like both of those things aren't going to be coming true. And we'll talk Chiefs-Packers in a little bit. But to your point about Tua, 13th in adjusted EPA per dropback over his last 3 games. Not that that's bad, but it is worse than the top 5 level that he was performing at over the first half, more than half of the season before this stretch. And you mentioned Holland in Miami's secondary. Miami also without one of their best linebackers in Jalen Phillips, who tore his Achilles against the Jets. Big loss.
Yeah, Jalen Phillips is a hell of a pass rusher.
And also just back to Tua, potential rain in the forecast. So keep that in mind. We saw kind of poor conditions against the Jets. And like you said, didn't play well. Pick six to end the first half. Then again, pick six went Miami's way. So they got the positive variance right back on their next defensive possession.